I've shrunk. I've shrunk my newborn's baby's clothes. Hair conditioner, vinegar and fabric softener. It's all out now, people. Wow, it is the best lactation cookie I have ever baked or eaten. Clothes are drying, lactation cookies have cookied, and coffee has been secured. What an eventful day. Welcome back, everyone. And if you're new, you're welcome. Welcome to a very abrupt, unexpected vlog today. I had other plans for vlogging today, but the baby has other ideas. So I am now frantically going to begin over the next few weeks, if baby allows me the luxury of that much time, to actually get ready for this little beautiful being to come in to the world. What has spurred this vlog on today, basically prepping for baby's arrival, is I had a little scare last night. I had severe back pain. I struggled to stand for long. I was really tight in my belly. I was just not feeling right, and I could have put it down to the fact that I'm experimenting with coffee at the moment. If you haven't seen that vlog, I will link it. Had a bit of trouble with the new baby coffee machine and perhaps consumed a bit too much caffeine in trying to get the ratios right. Anyway, it could have been that. It could have been just the fact that baby is starting to migrate lower down into the pelvis, getting ready. The scary thing is that I'm not term yet. I am on the way to being term, but we'd like to have the luxury of at least just, you know, a few more weeks under our belt would be great. So I have decided very abruptly today that I need to start washing baby clothes, organising, collecting lay-bys, packing my hospital bag, and I did not intend to do this so early, but here we are, and you know we love a spontaneous moment. So what we're going to start off with is basically throwing the collection of baby clothes that we have gathered. If you haven't seen that vlog of the recent haul that I did on baby clothes, I will link that as well. It's lovely to see them all again. I've also been gifted a few things from family, so we are well stocked, thank goodness, in that department. These are going to go in the wash, also with things that I might need for hospital, which I need to start curating and gathering. I also would like to make a batch of lactation cookies and stash them in the freezer ready to go. I need to go to the shops and spend a maternity voucher. I'm also really hungry and I didn't sleep a wink last night, so there's a lot to get through. I've also not allowed myself the luxury of time today, and that's okay. I'm planning to film this video over the next few weeks because I have a lot more appointments coming up and even less time to do this. So I'm not rushing myself today. However, we don't have much time until I pick up my little one from kinder, and the hunger pangs are still there, and I'm very against buying food out, but today maybe I just need to treat myself. Maybe that is a department that I need to work on a little bit, and by treating myself I mean just nourishing my body. My body needs to rest, asking for help so I can achieve that rest. As you know, I'm hopeless at it. I'm still trying to learn the ropes of relaxation and calmness, sleep, whatever that is. But I thought I'd keep today super light, super fun, not be too hard on myself, and head out to the shops, get myself some ingredients for my lactation cookies. I found a gluten refined sugar-free one. Of course, we've always got to make life just a little bit more difficult with the key ingredient brewer's yeast, which is a bit of a lactation core ingredient. I don't have a great milk supply, enough to feed a baby with a bit of formula supplementation on the side. Every pregnancy has been different, but I'm just prepping ahead and focusing on doing everything I can so that post-birth, we don't have to be running around making things or heading out to the shops and being bothered with all the faff that I'm faffing with now. And I know that I've spoken far too long, so let me just do a really unexpected little quick haul for you. I did a little outlet shop on Bonds. They do great cotton basics for kids and adults, but I just love yellow on a baby. Got this style in the blue as well. I got this for like $11, so bargain. This was a bit more of a spend for the designer pattern, but again, the yellow and blue together, you could resist. My husband liked this one, and I believe that is the limits of what I haven't shown you yet, but trust me, there will be more. And I've just slipped and fallen on the floor on baby's coat hangers. It's okay, I'm fine. Could have been worse, thank goodness. I think I should get some food in my body, so let's get this laundry in the washing machine. This is my first batch sorted, and let's liven things up and do some shopping, spend a voucher, and eat to save our souls. Oh, and someone's left something in the washing machine. How convenient. I'll only put 1 scoop of detergent in because we don't really need anything too harsh on new baby's clothing, and I might add just a little bit of fabric softener so everything is nice and cozy. And I just pray to the laundry gods that no colours run. Oh, that's a nice surprise, the cold water tap. I'm not sure if you can see that is running. Why are you running? Why is that happening? That's great, but the laundry has to get done, and I'm literally going to set and forget, because sometimes in life you just have to walk away from the problems to solve them. Let's just hope that I don't walk back home to a puddle when I get back. I think I'm going to pick up a little fun drink before we start shopping. There's this new smoothie acai bowl place that's opened up, and I know that I'm just going to need a little energy boost whilst I am running errands and also getting wildly distracted, because it is my favourite thing to do when I'm avoiding something. Right, first I really want to suss out these tops in Uniqlo. They've got a built-in bra. Revolutionary. I might grab some, but I want to try them on really quickly first. These are the ones. Oh wow, I didn't realise they had so many styles. I think I might also go for maybe this style in blue, that in green. It's all out now, people. I feel like the medium actually is a bit loose, and I think postpartum that won't be a vibe, so let's try a small. This is the small. It's a very secure fit, but at the same time it's kind of underwhelming me, and I'm not sure how far it's going to come up on my torso. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one. Really kind of happy that didn't work out. Just one less thing that I need to spend money on. Time to get a fun drink, I think. I always wanted to try one of these, but not that I don't. Okay, she's not big, but she is fine. Find anything ripe at the moment, so I'm going to grab my brewer's yeast and head off to the baby store, which I'm sure I'll find lots of things quite incidentally. This is our pram potentially. Comes with a little attachment. Definitely going to be needing one of these. Well, there's no puddle, thank goodness, but it is definitely leaking. Baby clothes are done. Lunch. But before we get into fun lunch, let me just digress about that fun drink. Who knew that a fun drink literally made everything more fun? That perked up my mood so significantly. It was a choc shake. I'm definitely going back. The only problem is now is that I've started another addiction. Even though I know how to make my own smoothies, sometimes the ones that you buy out that are done for you just hit that little bit different. Had lots of fun at the baby store. The most fun was getting, I think, $150 off our pram because it has been reduced because now it's an old model, so winning. The other win here is a little combination of myself, my mum, my auntie, just getting bits and pieces in readiness for le baby. The practical things that I picked up from the baby store were these Medala bottles. Apparently they're only for breast milk, but we have been using them for formula and breast milk all these years and never had any issues. So, but people at the stores like to inform you about things just to listen to, don't get sucked in. Also remembered that we actually need fitted sheets for the bassinet. Got these little blue ones with bunnies on them. Picked up another nursing / pumping bra, which would be my second one. I was going to just opt for the bandeau, but on thinking about it, the straps might offer a little bit more support so I won't have to hold the pump, because I found that with the bandeau top I would have to hold the pump because it wouldn't hold it itself basically. So I'm going to give this one a try. I will let you know how it goes. Some little caps and booties. I actually had these particular booties, but they had elephants on them. These have bears. For my very first child, I remember them still very clearly, and I just had to pick up a second pair because I believe our first one has gone to a better place. My little one insisted that we get this rattle, and I must say one of my children are really enjoying playing with it already, so I'm sure we will get hours of fun and good use out of this. My mum insisted that we need a change mat, so... And mum also picked up, this is in a 00, this grow-friendly suit. Can only describe the material as a slash between a wetsuit, bathers, cotton. I don't know what technology has gone into this suit, but it is so thick yet so breathable, yet feels like you could go swimming in it. It is that stretchy and tough. You would never get holes in these, so I can already highly recommend them. Never seen this brand before, Grow Friendly, but if you're interested in very niche materials for babies, give this one a shot. I am going to tuck into my spicy salmon salad bowl with purple rice. This is actually my favorite thing to get as a takeout lunch. It's healthy, it's clean, it's also delectably yummy, and I must say I feel a lot more nourished and taken care of than I did this morning. So I must say I am rather enjoying taking care of myself for the first half of today, and also finding another fun drink that isn't coffee. For the rest of the day we are putting the baby clothes in the dryer. I will save the cookies for another day because I think we have too many tasks on before then, but I feel a lot more accomplished and slightly more ready for this baby's coming than I did just a few hours ago. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Hands up if you love a seaweed salad moment. And in the 1 minute that I have left to eat, I'm just going to quickly catch up on all the messages on the one message that I have not responded to from a very caring, loving friend, because keeping up the comms with your loved ones is important. But my biggest problem is that when I write something, I write a little essay and then I've got to proofread and edit and then cut back and then send and then make sure that it sounds perfect. So this may go over time. Little knitted cardie, just so precious. I want a matching one. And before I clock out for today, after doing all the random pickups, I just realized there are other things that I did not throw in the wash today, which I discovered now. This is a lovely gift from my mum. It's from Queen Bee, which is a pregnancy exclusive website. She just got me some really lovely thoughtful things for the hospital. One thing that I don't have anymore is any maternity nighties. However, I do have some that I could like unbutton to make it baby friendly. This lacy knee length nightie, which has, oh, well isn't this surprising? It doesn't have any clips. I'll just roll down the sides, it's fine. But nice jersey material, followed by a nice lacy maternity bra. These are very good. I actually still have one of my old ones, but a new one is very welcome because of the years of abuse. Some lovely stripy maternity undies. And in this one here, I've got some leggings, and they are so small, but the size looks like they might fit like one of my children. But I do know that leggings on me, for some reason, the stretch just goes somewhere, and I'm sure I will enjoy the compression benefits once these are on postpartum. And also very welcome, a nice robe. I love to wear a robe. I wear one to bed. My robe never leaves my body, but this is a nice kind of summery one. Let me just stand up to show you. It's like a cotton jersey, plain, with a little bit of a lace fringe on the side. And this looks to be nice to throw in at hospital, because for some reason, I mean, I guess it's because of all the babies, but they just ramp up that heat and you get so hot that I usually end up sweating through my pajamas. So I will be bringing multiple pairs in reserve. Honey, any sentence that has a predisposition of honey, you know it's not going to be good news. So, honey, I shrunk the clothes. You heard right. All those clips of me busyingly trying to feel better and get organized and lovingly wash the baby clothes. Well, it turns out I didn't wash them so lovingly. So despite the fact they look absolutely beautiful and curated within this drawer, separated into ones, wonder suits, separates, singlets, turns out I was a bit hasty in my laundry. And usually I'm quite careful, because from my recollection, even though I am clearly a veteran in not just childbearing but child rearing, being my 4th child, that I would have known that baby clothes, especially being made of cotton, can only be washed in cold water and are not intended for the dryer. Well, I did both. This is only under suspicion because I was folding them up from when I last saw you, which was last week. And as I was pulling them out of the laundry bag, I thought, a bit tiny. Turns out that I feel like my suspicions could be correct. Just so I can cement them in for all of us, we're just going to quickly head off to the shops and just assess the damage on some of the brands. So I'm going to bring in some originals and compare them to the actual sizes. I'm also going to bring a measuring tape and see the extent of the damage that I've done. I just can't believe how I love to do this at the final hurdle, guys. It's very me to trip at the final hurdle, and I didn't just shrink part of the baby's wardrobe, I shrunk his entire wardrobe. So I'm feeling very sad and sorry for myself and for my unborn child, but I will rectify this. I have heard, my lovely sister-in-law has heard a hack online where apparently you soak clothes in fabric softener and you can unshrink them. So I'm going to do a bit of research and see if we can actually rectify the damage that I've done, if any, because maybe I'm just hormonal crazy right now. Maybe I haven't shrunk the clothes. Maybe my perspective is off. Yeah, I'm sure that's it.
Yeah. That is quite a difference, isn't it? Definitely shrunk it.
Well, folks, just returned home and we can officially conclude that I have shrunk. I've shrunk my newborn's baby's clothes, as if they could get any smaller. However, I've done some mad Googling while I was out taking my little one for a bit of respite, a bit of a play, while I figured out what to do with this situation. Apparently there is a method. There is a method of unshrinking clothes, and it involves either fabric softener, soaking in vinegar, or the last one that was interesting, hair conditioner. From experience, when I have used fabric softener, when I've put my leggings to wash, they have been more stretchy, so I know that fabric softener definitely has the ability to soften the fabric fibers. Stopped by Aldi on the way home because ironically no one in this house uses hair conditioner anymore. We all use hair masks. But because I need this to work 100% guaranteed, no second takes, otherwise I'm facing the fact of buying an entire new wardrobe for this poor unborn baby. I've got all three. So picked up some hair conditioner, vinegar and fabric softener. I'm going to try a concoction of all three, leave the clothes to soak for an hour and then stretch them by hands on flat laid out towels. Apparently if I was to hang the clothes again, say on a clothing rack, because obviously tumble dryers are a big no-no, they might shrink back to their original size. But if I let them slowly dry out on a towel and continue to stretch them as they continue to dry, the fibers of the towel underneath will make sure that the fabric holds its shape rather than it automatically wanting to condense upon drying. Unexpected turn of events today for this vlog, but don't worry, we will get to making those lactation cookies because I definitely know I'll be needing something sweet because it's the only thing that can give me any kind of joy at the moment. Otherwise an ice cold alcoholic beverage would have been my first choice. So as I stand here and pray that this will work out, I'm getting flashbacks of nostalgia. This whole washing clothes in the big tub on the floor, giving me a real nostalgia or PTSD on when we were bathing in this kitchen for about 3 months while our bathroom renovations got done. Not quite a time that I wanted to go back to right now because things are chaotic as they are, but if you want to relive those wonderful insane days, I'll link the vlog above. Okay, clothes have been soaking for an hour and now we're going to wring them out, me and my little assistant, and we'll start laying them out on some towels. Okay, an hour has passed and we are now wringing out the clothes. Let's hope all this marinating has done the trick. I've laid the towels on the table, ready to roll up the damp clothes and then start the stretching process. Sounds like an ancient torture treatment. Thankfully these garments won't feel a thing. Hopefully they will feel the stretch though. I just wish we had a bigger table. Hold on, wait, stop. We've got too many now. Alright, let's just start off with this much and then see how we go. And we roll. Get the excess water out. I feel like I'm making pastry. And now we stretch. Quite frankly, why do I feel like I won't be able to stretch this far? The feet are just not stretching. Okay, so we are aiming for 49 centimeters to the toe. Guys, I think I did it. I've even surpassed 49. I've got like 51, so now there's like extra length. However, it will shrink upon drying a little bit, so we will take secondary measurements. The groin from collar to groin is meant to be about 35, and we have 35. And then arm span is meant to be 50 centimeters. And we have 56. Well, I feel very successful, but now we have an even bigger jumpsuit. But once again, I believe it will shrink upon drying. So I'm going to leave these on towels, grab some more towels, and tackle the rest of this basket. So I may be jumping ahead of myself, but I have just stretched out the first load of baby clothes because I can only fit so much on this dining room table, and I'm actually gaining extra centimeters now on the amount of stretching that I've done because I've done it so eagerly because I don't want to do this twice. I took measurements of the arm span, collar to groin and shoulder to foot at the store, and I'm gaining about 5 centimeters in total on all sides. So I'm assuming this will cover me as they start to shrink back slowly. They might actually turn out to be their original size. I've also had to enlist the help of the good old rotation fan because I cannot expose these clothes to any more heat than I have already. So they are going to dry under cool air for what I believe is going to be quite a period of time, considering the weather is not the warmest today, but we are in the beginnings of spring now, and it's not the coldest it's been either, so hopefully we can manage to dry them the good old-fashioned way. Alright, we have a fan helping me speed up the process, and this child, without even being here, has managed to occupy the entire house already, including the lounge room, and in the meantime my other little baby has fallen asleep because of how long this whole process took. So hopefully through all that hard work, and yes it was, that took quite some time, I can atone for my sins by now making myself a batch of lactation cookies to stick into the freezer, ready to go post-labor. For anyone who doesn't know, apparently there are certain ingredients or foods that enhance breast milk production, which is an area of challenge I've always experienced. It's all based on hormones. I've been managed to breastfeed all my children, thank goodness, quite successfully, supplementing with a little bit of formula. Basically, any hacks or dietary requirements or anything that can help me along that journey to make it just that little bit easier, I will take it. And if it's in the form of a cookie, one would be stupid not to say no. The lactation part to these cookies are reliant on the brewer's yeast, which you saw me pick up from the store, flaxseed meal, and oats. The rest of the ingredients are also rather wholesome, like almond meal, cinnamon, coconut sugar, the essential chocolate, of which I have a very assorted collection that I need to use up, and I'm also using some walnuts because apparently they boost progesterone, which is responsible for breast milk production apparently, although I'm just adding them because I really like them. I will link the recipe that I'm trying down below. These are gluten-free lactation cookies. I also have another best gluten-free and lactation cookies for postpartum hormones. One calls for an egg substitute and one you can use a flax egg, like you can go either way, but I think I'll stick to the flax seeds because I just do recall, although my memory notoriously from the mistakes that I've already made, not just only during this pregnancy but in general, I just recall that flax seeds were breast milk promoting, so I'm going to do the vegan flax egg route. Never made one before, but I think you just combine flax eggs with water and then let it sit for a few minutes, and that forms the binder for the cookie. Okay, so I wasn't dreaming. Apparently flax seeds and flaxseed oil contain phytogesterols, which have an estrogenic property that can help increase breast milk supply. It's a very loose link, but any link will do. I am also, to mark the occasion, breaking out my brand new, sorry, I had two of them, my brand new from last year that I haven't washed or used yet. I was saving this for Christmas, my double gold whisks that I found at Aldi because I thought they were just so cute and slightly matched my other gold baking hardware that I also gathered from Aldi a few years ago, and also this really cute ceramic bowl that I picked up from Coles, and I just thought the mini whisk and the bowl, I mean this is a baby vlog, everything has to be mini and cute. Speaking of mini, have you ever seen these miniature baking kits? I got really inspired for myself, let alone the children, from these little YouTube videos that my kids watch, and it's like a little ASMR baking video but with miniature utensils, miniature bowls, minute measured ingredients, and apparently you can buy them all in these little kits that you can get off Amazon, and I'm so intrigued. I think this could be something we could all do together on the school holidays that not only the children can enjoy but mommy will get a small kick out of it. And boy, does this baking experience remind me of when I was meant to be studying at uni, but instead I was in the kitchen till 1 AM baking instead. I'm just really avoiding thinking about the outcome of this laundry. I'm so nervous about it. Anyway, let's continue on with the cookies. Just going to substitute some coconut oil because I'm running out. This cultured oat butter that I picked up quite some time ago, it's not the best tasting on toast and so forth, so I think I might use this up first instead. And I think it also has coconut oil in it anyway, so same. mix the rest of the dough by hand. I thought there wasn't enough liquid in it, although it is holding together now like a dough should. But the perks of getting your hands dirty is the fact that you can actually taste the batter, and because it's all vegan and there's no raw egg, I have done so, and I can tell you quite confidently, despite using the fact of using less sugar, which I always tend to do because I feel like recipes are just too over sugared these days, that the dough is solid. She's good. Alright, now to get these in the oven, make a coffee, and have a well-earned break from anything that could possibly go wrong in this vlog. And yes, I've deliberately made them all different sizes to reflect all the different sizes of me. Clothes are drying, lactation cookies have cookied, and coffee has been secured. What an eventful day! I will catch up with you in the next clip for the outcome of whether this clothing hack works or not, and if it did, I will leave my little concoction recipe in the description box if you need to unshrink any clothes. But I can confirm, well, I'm going to confirm with you now whether this lactation cookie, which is looking absolutely marvelous, whether this is the best one potentially I've ever made over the years of lactation cookie baking. Yes, it is. Wow, that is the best lactation cookie I have ever baked or eaten. And as a cookie in general, if I did make it as an everyday cookie, would I need the lactation? Would I need the brewer's yeast? Is that contributing? I don't know, but what I do know is I've left myself a few minutes to go to parent-teacher interviews. And I need to scarf this down, even though I would really love to take my time and indulge in this. Not to mention, yes, I know I'm not lactating right now, but there's no time like the present to prep. Maybe these lactation cookies have a cumulative effect. I also did bake them a bit larger, so I think I will have to make a second batch. Oh, woe is me. They're crumbly yet cakey. They're just... It's almost a shame to put them in the freezer because I know that they won't be exactly like this when I defrost them. That gives me an idea. Because these are vegan, I could potentially freeze the dough, cut them and bake them when I want to have a fresh batch. Maybe that's what I'll do for the second round. I'll have a batch in the freezer, slice off a piece when I want some, and see how that goes. It also could be that alternative vegan butter I used as well. So many theories. So little time. However, I can confirm if you want a healthy treat that doesn't taste healthy or look healthy, but it is healthy, I'll link the recipe down below. Just note, I used half a cup of sugar instead of 3/4. Okay, I can report the claws. There are no words left after all this. The clothes have been restored to their original size. Again, I will link my very haphazard concoction below. I didn't take precise measurements, but I will just leave the general idea down below. Anyway, my husband has given me one request, and that is to get rid of this arched bedside table. This was meant to go in the bedroom when I was doing my bedroom makeover and installing my lamp, but I just ran out of time because, as we know around here, time is definitely a finite resource. So I'll quickly unbox this, place it in our bedroom. Whether we get to styling it or not today is another story, but at least it will be placed. She's a big girl. Let's proceed, shall we? Well, that was simple enough. Doesn't look like a whole lot now. I might even swap it out for this recipe housing station / bookcase here instead. For now, this is where it's going to live. It will impede on the door slightly. As for the styling, we might get to that later. I mean, it could just become a baby nappy station at this point with nappies and body lotion and that kind of stuff. But loving the clean aesthetic of it right now. I think it's a beautiful shape, but we're going to move swiftly on because that is not the focus of this segment. The focus of this segment is getting ready for something that is way more important than my husband's request, and that is getting ready to have a baby.